Magic Pachinko Restorations Workshop, a guided tour.
Okay, so this is the garage. I mean, this is the door I come in on, and then this is along one wall. That's the roadside, and then there's the other wall over there, and then back to the actual work area that I work in. So the garage is 24 by 20. Was built in 2010. Looking back on it, I wish I had put a second story on it, but armchair quarterback, I guess. So let me just show you a couple of things here. I mean, this is my workbench. This is the area that I work. Okay, so this is the area that I work in, right in this area. Okay, so what I do is I'm pretty anal about placement of tools and things like that. So this is a machine I just finished. This is a board that helps me keep track of what's going on. This is the machine that I'm working on right now. This is one that I will bring in, and then as more arrive, they go up on this board and I move them from my work queue to my in process. But tools that I go after all the time are right where I need them, and I know exactly where they are. And as I finish up a given area on the Pachinko machine, I may have a whole bunch of them laying on the counter there, but I put them all back. I mean, it's just the way I work. Recently I purchased this bench here. This is a Harbor Freight bench. I don't know if I should be doing this. I suppose I should. This is a Harbor Freight bench. It's got two drawers. It's on casters. It's got a pegboard back, a light, and it's really nice. I like it a lot, and I've put these are all metric drivers. My electric screwdriver, the smaller screwdrivers, the pry tools. Mostly this is electric stuff. I have a set of drift punches here. And then I've got certain things in this area that I use on a day-to-day basis. The candle wick for polishing the brass, and 12-volt light bulbs and transformers and so on and so forth. And then up here, I keep most all of the liquid chemical stuff that I use, again, on a day-to-day basis. My favorite there, awesome, the wax, the brass polish, so on and so forth. So this is kind of my world right in here as I work. Now, right behind me, I usually put up this table, and to the left is again, I bought that at Harbor Freight. It's like an oil catch pan or something, or whatever you want to use it for. But as I strip a machine, anything that's going to be cleaned with awesome would go right in there. Parts as I take them off, for example, the front feed tray, the chrome tray, things that come off in kind of big pieces will go in here, and I deal with them later. But everything that needs to get cleaned goes in there. And then over here, this is the original basket that came with the sonic cleaner. And then I bought, or I guess I had this. This is just it had a magnet on it. I guess it still does. A basket that I can put all small hardware in, and then dunk it into the sonic cleaner. So as I take metal off, it goes right in here. As I take brass stuff off, it goes in. This is vinegar. I let it soak in the vinegar for a while. And then indispensable tool, Dremel. This is a Dremel 8220. It's a cordless Dremel. I actually have two of them. I just bought another one. This one's on the flex shaft, which allows me to pretty much take it, wherever I need to go with it, which is very handy. And then down below is my soldering equipment, and just some other assorted junk down there. Those are the balls I use when I test the machines. So over here, this isn't Pachinko stuff. This is just me being organized. This is the way I kind of like to do stuff. This is all Pachinko stuff in here. These are all hardware and things like that, and then the rest of it is, some of it's Pachinko and some of it is other stuff. So, okay, so around here, Toolbox. This is a pile of towels. I use a lot of towels. You can see there's one right here. Eventually, when I get cleaning or washing those parts, That'll absorb any splashes and spills. Once I get the Pachinko machine taken apart up there, I'll put a towel down as I really start to take it apart, get it out of the frame, and start taking individual pieces off. It helps protect the machine itself, and a lot of times when little parts drop, they're going to end up in the towel rather than bouncing off the bench and ending up on the floor, although I do drop a lot of stuff on the floor. So that's what the pile of towels are for. Air compressor, use that a lot. Down below is my planer router, or not a router, my planer joiner, and then my sander. So that's all used for working on the frames. This is not Pachinko stuff in here. Notice these are lights I just bought. This is called the Softbox Light. I've got two of them. I've got another one over here. And I bought them mainly to help me get proper lighting when I make the videos. I just set them up so that the garage lights up really well. Now, I finally, we had a second car, and we were finally able to sell it. So I got this shelf unit. It's 4 feet wide by 6 feet high and 24 inches deep. So down below are all Pachinko machines that are ready to be restored. These two bins are full of machines that I've stripped and kept the parts. These are the boxes that I use for all the hardware. So these are all labeled up, and I just grab that one. You know, I grab this one when I'm going to take the jackpot apart. I grab that one when I take the ball handler apart. That one's for the feed tray, and so on and so forth. This is my nail setting tools. Those are all just larger versions of those small ones. My supply of feet for the machines. And then up in here, these are all parts that I've stripped off of machines, extra spinners, extra chute covers, that sort of stuff. Just some odds and ends. Back there, that's a box of the transformers that I put on the machines. I believe that's well, those are labels, those are light bulbs. I use cotton swabs and cotton balls and so on and so forth. I also have a little, this is a, whoa, plastic, didn't break. I have this is an eyeglass thing with different lenses for magnifying. This helps when you go to paint the small stuff. And then this is a set of glass paint here. And I also just recently got some glass paint at Hobby Lobby, and I really like this stuff too. This is good stuff. You got to make sure you buy the paint that's designed for glass. That's why they put that label on there. These are in this box because it gets quite cold in my garage, so I take all this stuff in the winter so the paint doesn't freeze. Over here, small table saw that's a portable Dewalt, and a large 10-inch table saw. My router's in the back. This is a bandsaw, and that's my my mechanical slot machine that I haven't got to work yet. That's my Pachinko, and that's my 3D printer, and some more of the tools and such that I have. And then over in this area, this is where I keep all the chemicals. And these are all air tools up in here, staplers and impact drivers and things like that. I have a soda blaster also, but I don't very often use it on the Pachinkos. But not so much this, but the cleaning vinegar from Awesome, the Awesome itself. You can see I have a lot of it. I buy a lot of it. I buy it in bulk. I don't want to run out. Down here are all my Dewalt tools. I recently switched over to all Dewalt cordless stuff, all the chargers. This is the charger for the Dremel. And then this is my sonic cleaner. Again, you saw the baskets for it, so the metal parts come over here, and 20 minutes is usually all it takes to get the rust off of them. Sometimes I'll run the parts through it twice. And then that's my tumbler for tumbling the brass nails. And this is my storage cabinet. Go Bills! Go Bills. This is basically my shipping department here. Lots of bubble wrap, packing peanuts, bags. These are the cardboard boxes that I use. I also store I buy plexiglass, a couple of sheets at a time to cut my own plexiglass for the machines rather than having the store do it. It's easy to cut, so it's not a big deal. I've also had someone ask me about doing a video on packaging a Pachinko machine, and I'm going to be actually packing that one right over there very soon, so that video will follow. So that's my workshop, the Magic Pachinko Workshop. This is where the magic happens, so to speak. I enjoy being out here. I've got a Sonos speaker up there in the corner, and I can just talk to it and tell it to play the music I want. So unless it gets really, really cold out here, this is where I spend my days. So hope you enjoyed the video. Again, subscribe, please. Comment, please. Like, ask questions. Love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for tuning in.